Hello everyone. For this week's Bill Martin Jr. Award, I chose to read Bats at the Library by Brian Leiss. And this story talks about a group of bats that every year look forward to the day when the librarian leaves a window open for them to sneak into the library. And these bats go around once they get inside the library and they explore and they read all kinds of different books and tell stories and play and just do all of these things that they find entertaining. And then once the sun begins to rise, they realize that they must leave before somebody finds them and they flee the library. I feel like this story is something that is very good for children to read or have read to them because it demonstrates the use of imagination and it shows how important having an imagination while reading is. And that's something that these bats definitely do. They tell stories, and the story goes on to describe the difference in the imagination of the bats and how they perceive the story from all different viewpoints, and that's something that children need to be able to develop. And the story talks about how the bats look forward to going into this library every year, and they wait for the day that a librarian leaves the door open or the window open. And I feel like this is a good point for children to realize because children need to develop that sense of imagination and they need to understand that reading is important, and this book is something that I feel demonstrates that reading is important, and it is more relatable because it discusses young bats and middle-aged bats and older bats and the different kinds of things they read and the different activities that they pursue while in the library. For the activity that I would do with this book is I would have my students write about a story that has provided them with insight or given them a great amount of imagination, and then draw a picture that goes along with this story. Thank you.